Now to the latest on the explosion that killed 3 LA County deputies a little more than a week ago and that missing grenade.
Sheriff Robert Luna says yesterday 2 grenades were transported from Santa Monica apartment building storage unit on July 17th. They were transported to the Sheriff's Department training facility in East Los Angeles, but one of them is still missing. The ATF confirms that one device exploded that next day, and the agency says there is no evidence of a second device at that scene. The sheriff is promising a full investigation.
We're going to turn this upside down. We're going to look at everything we could. Why? Because we need to know what happened. We owe it to the families. And for God's sake, I never want this to happen again.
Meanwhile, that memorial just outside the entrance to the sheriff's training facility continues to grow for those 3 deputies who lost their lives. People have turned up there bringing flowers, little mementos, paying their respects to the families and the 16 children collectively between the 3 men who lost their fathers. And the bodies of those detectives were transported from the medical examiner's office yesterday, driven in a somber procession to a funeral home in Covina. Once there, the families of each deputy escorted those caskets inside. We are told that the funeral services are still being planned for the 3 sheriff's detectives. Those detectives are Joshua Kelly Eklund, Victor Lemus, and William Osborne.
The question on the minds of so many people today is, how do you lose a grenade? I spoke to our law enforcement expert, Bruce Thomas, to get some answers.
Pretty much the question everybody's asking. One of the things the investigation will bear out is, were all protocols taken? Were all procedures followed? When they got to the location, they x-rayed the military grenades, determined they were inert. At that point, it's safe to transport. So in this case, to transport them in their arson explosives vehicle would not have been a problem, but clearly something went wrong.
Thomas says he's heard the ATF should conclude its investigation within the next week. Right now, there are still a lot of unanswered questions in connection to that deadly explosion.